Hey guys, it's Jen from My Career Crafts. In today's video, I will be showing you step by step how to create your own personalized oven mitts using heat transfer vinyl. These were so fun and so easy to create, I will definitely be creating more. I will leave the links below to all the supplies I used and all the places where I purchased the SVGs. Now let's get started. Okay, so starting in Design Space, I'm going to go to my uploads because I just had purchased some SVG files from Etsy and or designbundles.net. So I'm just going to choose a few of these really quick just to show you, and then I'm going to go back later and do a couple more. So I just chose these three, and I'll leave the links below to Etsy and then also the design bundles. I purchased so many things off of design bundles because you get so many for a really cheap price, so I really highly recommend going there. So I'm going to shrink my screen really quick just to make this a little bit smaller so we could see it. And this part's up to you. You can leave it black as it is. I'm using a red pot mitt. I bought mine from Dollar Tree, but I also have links. I'll leave links below in case they're sold out to buy them on Amazon as well. I think Amazon is just a little bit of a better quality, but if you're looking for cheaper ones, but nice quality, you can buy them from Dollar Tree. So one thing I want to do is maybe a few of them I'll leave black, but I like to go in and change the colors a little bit. So I have this one selected, so I'm going to start with this one. So I'm going to go to the ungroup button up here, and it's just going to ungroup some of the things here. So sometimes they put them together for you, like here, it looks like all these things are together. And then I want to do just, I think I want to do like this guy brown, and then maybe the cookies brown, and then change the tree to green. So it looks here like they're all still selected together. So I'm going to click ungroup one more time, and then that's going to allow me to get to all of these. So I'm actually going to hold down, I have this one selected, I'm going to hold down the command button and then select each one of these. And I think actually I'm going to change this to yellow just to give it a different color. So I have all these selected. I'm going to click attach, and the reason I did that is because now it will cut them out all the same. So instead of it being in different spots, it'll cut out exactly as it sees. So the next part I'm going to do is go up to the little color box up here, and I'm going to find like a yellow color, and then that's going to change all of them for me already. So then I want to make this guy, I think I want to make him brown. So you can see he's a couple different pieces here, so it would cut out like this if you leave it the way it is. But I'm going to click attach, and then that's going to attach every single piece here instead of it cutting out separately. So it's going to attach all of this together. So I'm going to do the same thing, go up to the color box, and I'm going to change it to a brown. And then I'm going to change the Christmas tree, and he is already all by himself, so I don't have to attach anything. And I'm going to do the same thing and change it to a green color. And now for this, really if my pot wasn't red, I would change this to red. So I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to attach here, and then that's going to leave all this together, and then I'm going to figure out what color I want to change it to. Maybe I'll do a gold color. This is kind of gold, isn't it? I don't want it yellow, I want it maybe gold. So it would go on top of my red pot mitt. So I like it how it looks. So it will cut out everything as you see it. So it will cut out all this together, this Christmas baking crew. This will cut out all the way it looks basically. So when it cuts out, it'll cut all these out just like they look. It'll cut out the gingerbread man, brown, and then the tree. So I'm not going to do anything else with this. And just for the quickness of this, I'm going to do this one and maybe leave this one black so I can show you guys what it looks like with different colors. So you can skip this part if you want, but otherwise I'm just going to show you really quick again. I'm going to ungroup it, and then it's going to give me individual pieces. So again, I like to do things together. Like I can tell right now that the Christmas tree and the snowflakes are together. I'll show you so you can see here. So I'm going to push Command and Z, and then that's just going to undo what I just did. So I know that my Christmas tree and my snowflakes are all one. So if I go up here and I change it to, let's say, white, my Christmas tree is going to change white. Oh, and my little whisk here too. So I don't want my Christmas tree to be white. So I'm gonna go up to the ungroup button up here, and I'm gonna just change this to green. So I'm gonna go up to the color box, change him green. And now because I clicked the ungroup button, all these will cut out individually. And to save myself time, I like to cut them out all together. So I'm gonna do the command and then click on each one. So this one's already selected. I'm gonna hold down the command button, and then I'm gonna hold it down again, and then just click on each one of these snowflakes, and I'm gonna click attach. And it's gonna attach all the snowflakes for me so we can see. See, here they are. So again, I'm just gonna push Command Z, which is just like an undo button or the back button. And then I just wanna change the whisk. I don't want that to be white as well, so maybe I'll change it to that like goldish color. There. And I kind of like how it's black, so I'm actually going to leave this one the way it is, and I think I'll leave this one as well. But one last thing with this is I'm going to push attach, because again, if I don't push attach, it will cut out everything individually, so it would just be a mess trying to figure out where everything goes. So I like how these look. So the next part I'm going to do is figure out a size. So my pot mitt says it's about 7 by 9, but that's the whole width and length, and I don't want it as big as that because I don't want it right to the edge of it. So I'm just going to figure maybe a 4 by 5 and kind of see how that looks. So with this selected, I'm going to go to the unlock box up here and then just change this to a 5 by 4. And then kind of see what it looks like. And remember, I shrunk my screen, so it won't actually be that small. I'll bring my screen up to size. There. So it would be about this size. So again, I'm going to shrink my screen a little bit so we can see this, and then I need to select all of this since they're different colors, and then change the size of this one as well. And I'm going to do a 4 by 5. Oops. And you don't have to do it this size, you can do it whatever size you want that works for your pot holder. And then this one, I'm going to select all of it, and then it's unlocked already, and change it to a 4 by 5. I'm trying to get the most out of it that I can to make it large enough to be on my pot holder. So here we go, and I'll bring it up to size again. So this is going to be the actual size. So with this one, I'm going to actually make it a little bit wider, I think. So I'm going to select all of it, unlock box, and just make it a little bit wider. And I think the same with this one. So select all of it, unlock it, just make it a little bit bigger. As long as it's not wider than 9 inches, I'm okay. I don't want it that wide. So I like how they look. I'm gonna go to make it. I'll show you what it looks like. And because you're using HTV, the heat transfer vinyl, you always want to make sure that you mirror your image. So here's what I meant before when I put them together. It will cut out like this. So when I put it on my pot mitt and I layer it, I don't have to figure out where each one of these pieces go. That's totally up to you if you want to do that or not. So I'm gonna mirror it right away so I don't forget, and then go to the next one. And I like it how it shows you each one. Oh, see, so we made a mistake here. So this one's fine, but then this one, I must have forgot somewhere to attach something. So this is what I mean when you don't attach it, it's going to be totally backwards. So I'm going to check really quick and make sure everything else is okay, that I didn't miss somewhere else. I didn't, so it's just this one, the black one. I got to go back and change it, so I'm going to cancel it. And I'm always going to be honest with you guys when I mess something up or screw something up or forget something, because I want you to learn with me. So it was this one that was kind of out of whack. So you can kind of see here that it's going to cut out individually like that. So I want to make sure that I'm only grabbing the words here. So I'm just going to move it a little bit. It is. Okay. So now that I know that it was that, I'm just going to attach that. And then that's totally going to change it. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So I'm going to go back to make it. And then go back to the black. And here we go. Much better, right guys? So that was the reason it did that, is because I forgot to attach it. So again, I'm going to go back and mirror each one of these. So I'm going to go and click on each one of these to mirror the image. And you want to make sure you do that whenever you're using HTV. Believe me, I've forgotten to do this so many times, and I've wasted so much HTV that I've kind of just burned it in my brain to remember to do that. And I'm just moving this over just a little bit that I can have room to take my scissors and cut in between here. So everything else is done. Oops, forgot to mirror that one. So everything else is done. So the only thing that I have to do is I'm going to start up at the top and I'm going to push continue. I'm going to get my HTV. I'm going to put it on my green mat, shiny side down. And then I'm going to use this one. I have this one as my favorite. It's the heat transfer non-Cricut. I tend not to buy Cricut brand anymore, as the other ones that I buy work just as well and it's a lot cheaper. So I'm going to click on non-heat Cricut. And then here it tells you I like it. So I made sure I turned my mirror on, and then also the shiny side down is what I said too. So I'm gonna go ahead, I will cut this out, I'll weed it out, and then I'll show you the next step. I like to use my heat press. I used to have an iron and it just wasn't doing its job. So I purchased a heat press and I upgraded, and I will never go back. So I will have my heat press on. I'm gonna double check the heat and the time to tell you before I do it for these. Everything you do is always different, so always make sure you check to make sure if you're using cotton or polyester or whatever you're using, you have to make sure the heat and the time and the pressure you want to put on it. So I'm going to cut this out and then I will get set up and show you the next part. Okay, so I had cut out my designs and I had weeded them out. I think they are so cute. And then here are my pads that I bought from the dollar store. Still have the tags on them. But I was having a hard time finding them, so I purchased them online, and I bought a whole bunch of them. But they were the ones just with the pockets in the front and then the protective backing on the back. So I have some stuff I'm going to stuff in here. So after this, I will show you what I put in here to finish it. But to start, I have it set my heat press set at 315 for 30 seconds. But I'm just going to do a really quick press for like 5 seconds just to get it warm. And then once that is done, I'm just going to take my file and put it on directly in the middle where I want it. And this is just the plain black one. There's no other colors to this one. And I'm just going to push it down for a second. Hopefully it'll stick to it, and then take my protective covering, put it over the top, and then press it for 30 seconds. If you have an iron, you can do an iron this way. If you have an easy press, you could do it that way. I used an iron. I hated it. That's why I upgraded to my heat press. I bought an easy press. To be honest with you, I hated that too. I didn't see the point of it. If it was the same thing as an iron, except for it was a little bit bigger. This heat press, you don't have to do anything but push it down and watch the time count down. So I got 3 seconds left and then I'm done. And then once it's finished, you just pick it up. And you just slowly peel back the little transfer tape. And that is it. Look at that. That is so awesome. I love it. So then the next one I have has a couple different layers to it. So I have it, you can see it here, there's a couple different layers to it. So you have to figure out which layer you want to go on first. So I'm just gonna put the extra ones on the side for now and kind of line the first layer up. So I have these snowflakes. So I'm gonna line those up first before I put them down, because they're gonna go on the back. But I don't necessarily want it on the wording. So I'm trying to find a spot where it would look good. There, so I'm gonna put it about here. I'm gonna take my tag off again, I forgot. And I should have given it a quick press before, but I already have it on, so I'm just gonna leave it where it is. And then once you have it where you want it, you just put your protective layer over it and then press it. I'm gonna loosen my, there. And then you just wanna press it for the 30 seconds. And when your time's up, you just lift it up and then carefully peel back. And there's the first part. Then you want to figure out what your next one is, which is going to be just the wording. And it's going to go right over what I just put down, but I'm trying to get it right in the middle so it looks nice. And then again, put your protective covering over it. and then do it for another 30 seconds. It's finished. Just lift it up. And always be very careful. Obviously, you know this is really hot, but just don't burn yourself on it. And if you happen to pull it up and it's still in your words come off with it, or your decal, just throw it down again with your protective covering over it and press it again. So sometimes it happens, you just gotta put it on for a little bit longer. So then the next part I'm gonna do is this little Christmas tree. I'm just gonna put it right over here. And then I'm also gonna take the whisk here that I have as well and just put that on too. And then again, just put your protective covering over and then press it for another 30 seconds and then you're finished. And then when it's done again, just pull it up. I love this heat press. Like I said, I'll never go back to an iron or an easy press. These are so amazing. I love them. It was well worth it. I'll leave the link below to this heat press in case you're interested in it. But there it is, just like that. So simple to do. And it's multi-layer, so it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna let this cool down, and then I have one more to do, which I'll just do it really quick. I don't want to bore you guys in this, but it's just the same process, layering it and figuring out where you want everything to go. So I'm just gonna lay it down and kind of see where I want it to go. Actually, I'm gonna give it a quick press really quick, just to get it warm, so the decal sticks to it, and then figure out where you want to put it. But the possibilities are endless. I love making these. You can do anything you want. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It can be whatever. But since Christmas is coming up, I thought it'd be a really cool idea to make some of these. So I'm going to finish these up, and then I'll show you the next step of what I stuff on the inside of it and how I package it. Alright, so I finished these, putting these on. I think they turn out so stinking cute. Look at this. And I don't think this black one's too bad by itself, but I like the colors in it. So my daughter Katie's here. She saw me and she wants to do the next part.
First, you have to put the cookie mix in. Pour it. Then you have to put the spatulas in.
So we bought everything from the dollar store. I got these little oven mitts from the dollar store, and then I bought the chocolate chip cookies mix from the dollar store, and also this little spatula. So overall, I think it's a really great gift. I'd like to find some bags that I can maybe put it into, rather than just gift bags, maybe some cellophane bags or something, but I really love how they turned out. I'm going to be selling them at our local craft boutique, and we'll see how they do. I don't know, I never made these last year, so I'm going to make a whole bunch more up, and we'll see what happens, but I really think they turned out cute. Do you like them, Katie?
Yeah.
I think, you know, teachers would like them, or friends and family, so I'm going to make some more for Christmas presents, and I'm also going to make more to sell, so we'll see how it turns out, but give me a thumbs up if you like this channel, and say hi to Katie if you come by.
Thanks for watching.
Oh my gosh, guys, I absolutely love how these turned out. They were so fun and easy to create, and you can customize these any way you want. I will leave the links below to all the supplies I used and the places where I purchased the SVG files. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, as I have many more step-by-step craft tutorials coming up. And leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Happy crafting, everyone!